Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on where you are in this amazing world. My name is Donovan Jolly, and welcome everybody once again for another amazing video of DIY investing. Ethereum has now broken out of a multi-year downtrend, and it is showing a lot of strength with the rest of the market. This is exactly what I expected to see, especially with all of what I've been telling you guys with how the DeFi craze is going. I wanted to make sure that we get an update with Ethereum because it's doing some very important things, and it's hitting some key levels that I wanted to talk about. In my last video, I talked about how Ethereum and silver and the chart between the two look identical, and I was expressing how I believe that a breakout was coming imminently in Ethereum. That's exactly what we're seeing today, so we're going to be diving in. I'm going to be sharing with you guys my updated analysis inside of Ethereum. There's a lot of really exciting things because I believe that Ethereum is destined for a huge breakout that is going to be much bigger than what we're already seeing. If you're new and just finding this channel, always remember to do me a favor by leaving a like, comment, and subscribing to this channel for more updates. Make sure that you guys click that notification bell so you don't miss out on any new videos like the one provided for you here. And always remember, guys, I have an amazing Discord community. It's the best and fastest growing cryptocurrency community out there, and I would absolutely love it to have you guys join. It's free for anybody that wants to. All you guys got to do to sign up is click in the description of this video, and there you're going to find the invitation link to my Discord. All you guys got to do is click that link. It's going to redirect you to my Discord server. Once you guys have access, I also offer my more exclusive content like the video course and signals. So if you're somebody that wants to learn how to sign up for my trading course, or you would like to copy all of the trades and my long-term portfolio, make sure that you guys stay all the way to the end of this video because I'm going to be taking a couple minutes to explain how you guys can sign up and what it's going to take to get you guys started today. Alright guys, we got a lot of really exciting things. I'm so hyped to bring you this chart today because I know it's going to completely change your guys' perspective on where we're headed. Alright, without further ado, let's jump right in the video today. Alrighty guys, so here we are taking a look back at Ethereum on the dollar. We're taking a look at the 3-day time frame, and we're looking on the Coinbase chart. Now, what I want to talk to you guys about from my last video, we were still consolidating down in here, and I was expressing how I believed we were going to be seeing a breakout very soon. And in fact, that's exactly what Ethereum is doing today. We can see that we're getting a nice buyback coming in, and we're actually headed upwards of my next target that I talked to you guys about in the last update, which was about 290 approximately. 280 to 290, just the top of this high that we saw right before the COVID panic. And we're going to come back up and retest that. And I think that that's going to be the next logical spot. Now, once we do retest this, to be completely honest, guys, I actually think that we're going to be breaking out of these levels really soon. I don't think that these are going to hold a ton of resistance for us. This, to me, just looks like a lot of accumulation. There was a ton of volume that came in at the bottom of this, and that needs to reciprocate in price action following suit. Because you guys got to remember that volume always precedes price. And so even though we have declining volume here, I do strongly believe that this is enough that we saw down in here that's going to actually propel price upwards in a continued manner. Now, this is our resistance that we have here at about 290. We're going to be watching for that one. And then we also have this one, and this is arguably the most important one here because this is going to summarize the entire length of this consolidation that we've been in. And that's the thing, guys. This consolidation is a very long consolidation. You just don't see this too often. Well, in the cryptocurrency market especially, we've never seen an accumulation that's been this long. And I should say that the cycles have been similar. If you go and actually take a look at the total altcoin or the total market cap of crypto, the length of time between consolidations and cycles are actually very similar, but the altcoin bottom is different this time around. This bottom structure resembles a lot like 2015 Bitcoin when Bitcoin chopped around $200 before going to 20,000, but the difference is this is double the length of time in that accumulation period. And so let's remove this and let's make this our support green. So here we have this accumulation and this consolidation range. Now we can actually drag this a little bit over here and we can label it so it's a little bit easier to see. This is the range that we've been in for a significant period of time, guys. And that is why I wanted to talk to you guys about this. Now we're just going to measure from the low and we're going to take it to where we're currently sitting at today. is just under 600 days that we've been accumulating within this range. We failed to break higher and we failed to break lower. And so the smartest thing to do right now is to just continue to play the range. That's the best thing that we can do right now. And so when we watch this range, we can see that we're starting to get a nice buyback coming. Now, the most important thing to know is the fact that we have to get above this resistance up here at about $365. Now, this is the same resistance that rejected us here, here, and was support here, and was also support here for a short while. But this is the same resistance and support level that's acted as a very strong area for a long time now. We need to get above this. If we can break above this, guys, that is the go-ahead that this market is destined to explode, because that would confirm a double bottom breakout, because that's really all this is a big double bottom formation. And we're just consolidating within this channel. Once this channel is broken on the upside, you know, and we clear up this, and then we start going higher, that's going to set us up for a break. At my target personally is going to be $800 per Ethereum, about $830. That's where I'm going to be watching for this breakout to ensue, because I do strongly believe that that's what we're going to be seeing coming over the next, you know, year and a half of these cycles. We're going to be seeing the majority of the uptrend where we're seeing breaking out, impulsing higher highs and higher lows, and every dip should be used as a buying opportunity at this point on. You guys got to understand that. I'm getting a little bit more technical with this video because I wanted to talk more about what the chart's actually going to look like and how we can actually trade it. Now, what I've kind of been telling you guys about with these cycles is I expect it to be really similar to pretty much the bear market structure. If we actually just take this and we flip it, we're going to see that this is going to end up looking very similar to this type of structure here. And that's honestly what I have drawn here for the most part. We're going to see something like this. We're going to see an impulse that's going to take us upwards of this $800 range. You know, it is possible that we could peak a little bit higher, so it's not like I'm writing off that potential. We're just going to have to watch and see. For me personally, I'm going to be looking to take short-term profits there. And so let's say we rally up to here, and that's where I'd be expecting a sell-off. You know, a short-term rejection that's going to take us to, you know, approximately the high of that previous resistance, except this time it's going to act as support, which will provide an amazing buying opportunity if you guys have the balls to actually buy that. And then from there is where we go parabolic into price discovery, because that's close enough to that all-time high mark that it really won't even matter, and it will be shooting past that price very easily, because there's really not that much resistance right here. This was just kind of the bubble phase, whereas when prices start getting back up to this area, there's already so much momentum that's been built from basing down here in these lows that by the time we are starting to get to these higher price levels, we'll be breaking out of them convincingly and very easily. So this is what I'm going to be watching out for with Ethereum, guys. It's very important that we understand what's taking place, and I wanted to share with you guys this analysis because it's so exciting that we're finally seeing the breakout, you know, the final stages of the bear market where everything's just been so slow, everything's been so methodical in the way that it's just been channeling sideways for a significant period of time, and we have now made it to the end of that. We're at the final stages. So if you made it this far, you know, congratulate yourself, because it really is a big deal. There isn't very many people that can go through the entire length of the bear market, continue to invest, continue to stick to a plan, even if they don't know a lot about trading, which I feel for you guys. Honestly, for you guys that don't know a whole lot about trading that are sitting out there, I really can't even fathom what it was like to go through this cycle, because for me, at least, I had technical analysis by my side, and I could see other charts, and I could see how market cycles played out in the past, and I could, you know, make observations based off of that to at least give me a little bit of confidence. But some of you guys out there that maybe only had to go off of what other people were saying, or, you know, just what your own gut was telling you potentially, that would have been a hard thing to go through, because this was just the most choppy, the most volatile market cycle I think we've ever had in cryptocurrency. And that's even coming from not only the word of my mouth, but the word of many people that have been around the cycles even longer than me. I've seen a lot of traders recently talking about how, especially when COVID happened, they talked about how this was the scariest moment of their entire trading career. They said that this was scarier than the capitulation in 2015 for Bitcoin. It was scarier than the Mt. Gox hack. It was scarier than all of those things. So if you guys survived through this, you didn't panic sell, and you were managed to somehow get the courage to buy more, which, you know, I did. It was a gut-wrenching feeling to buy more at that time, but I knew that everything that my emotions were telling me, that I didn't need to be buying this. It was going to crash and go lower, but I knew that my emotions were a liar and I needed to just buy and hold on to that, and I did. And because of that, we're sitting in a lot of profit, and we're only seeing more profit come in, which is the most exciting thing. Say you screwed up, say you panic sold the bottom over here in COVID, and you're seeing the market go up. Well, sure, you made a mistake, but you don't need to hold yourself to that. You guys got to understand that, just because you made a mistake doesn't mean that you need to get discouraged and just not buy at all. We're still going to have a huge breakout coming, and this is just the beginning of all of this, guys. And so we have an amazing opportunity of catching the very beginning of this trend, and that's really what we're going to see. And guys, we're going to see another major impulse and breakout, something like this, and it'll come after we break out of these highs. It'll be something super, super crazy. And a lot of people will make fun of me for even trying to draw this chart, but that's really what it's going to look like. And that's the funniest part about all of this here, is we're about to see a very, very big move coming in the cryptocurrency space. And this is going to be the type of stuff that we're seeing. Obviously, we can have a little bit of a bigger correction somewhere, but overall, this is what we saw in the last cycle, and that's what I'm going to be watching to play out again. So what we're getting into, guys, is the very beginning. If we ever took a look at the last cycle, once we break out of these all-time high marks, this was this last cycle high. Once we break out of these all-time highs and we just go into price discovery, you never know how high we're really going to get. And so this is a multi-year consolidation and accumulation. When this all-time high is broken, we're going to be seeing the same type of stuff that happened in Bitcoin when it went from $200 to $20,000, which is why I actually have price targets of Ethereum at $20,000. So I just wanted to go through and talk about these things. Let's quickly dive into some actual Ethereum analysis on the Bitcoin pair, because I think that this is really exciting too. What we're seeing on the Bitcoin pair is us breaking out, which is exactly what I talked about in my last video. In my last video, I said how we were just starting the very early stages of a new parabolic trend, and that's called a parabola. Now, on these parabolas, this is exactly what you see. You basically have this curvature shape that starts to manifest on the chart. And with these curvatures, the price just bounces off of these, and then the price gets more and more steep as it grows on this parabolic trend before it goes uber parabolic, and we see, price action like this. Really big type of thing like that. Now, what we're seeing here, I've highlighted these two boxes for us. What we're seeing here is just a repeat of the last cycle. So this was our first cycle that we had here, and we can see that this is pretty much the same pattern. And I can go through and actually analyze it a little bit for you. So we have the lows here. This is where the accumulation takes place. And then we break up and go into this big parabolic move, right? Eventually we top out, and then we start to sell off. We sell off, and we find short-term support before making a bull trap, and we retest the previous highs. We reject again, and then this is really where we crash all the way back down before going through and repeating the cycle again. Accumulation, and then we do it again. Parabolic move. Eventually we hit the peak here. Same thing happens here. We sell off. We bounce. This is where we get the bull trap and retest those highs. Reject again. And then this is really where we just crash all the way back down, right? And now we're just repeating the accumulation phase once again. And we're just about to start, this exact same parabolic move here. And that's really what I'm watching for. And that's what I've been watching for a long period of time now with Ethereum. I think that we're going to see something similar to what we see in the last cycle. And who knows, maybe it's even, I actually think we could see a 0.3 to a 0.5. I think we could see something really crazy. Guys, I'm going to go out on a whim and say that we could see half a Bitcoin to Ethereum pair. How insane does that look? But I'm dead serious. I really do think we could see something like this, because this cycle is going to be a little bit different. And I'm going to go out on a whim and just say some crazy stuff, because, we'll look back on this and you guys will either laugh at me or I might be a genius. But I really do think that with how much adoption is being taken place on the Ethereum blockchain, and with the advancements that are going to be made with ETH 2.0 being released very soon, I believe in the fall, late fall, we're going to be seeing that. What we can potentially see here is Ethereum scaling to levels where all of these platforms, all of these cryptocurrencies, all of these blockchains, and all of this stuff that they're trying to develop on Ethereum is going to be able to scale on a way that we've never seen before. And that's going to be able to, basically make all of this stuff workable on a complete global scale. And when that takes place, guys, all of the development that's being taken place on Ethereum, about 80% of the entire top 100 and probably all the cryptocurrencies out there rely on Ethereum to function to some degree, whether they're built upon Ethereum or whether the cryptocurrencies that they use on their own platform rely upon Ethereum or are built upon Ethereum in some way. You know, there's so many out there that are actually very, very reliant upon Ethereum. And so, you know, with Ethereum taking off, with there being so much development taking place on Ethereum, there's no reason why Ethereum can't overtake Bitcoin in market cap. And, you know, we shouldn't be so close-minded to assume that that could never happen, because that's just the closed-minded perspectives that get people wrecked. And that's why Bitcoin maximalists are going to have such a hard time in this next cycle, is because we're going to see things that have never been done before. And I really do believe that Ethereum is going to do well. We could very easily see Ethereum at these half a Bitcoin to maybe 1 Bitcoin to 1 Ethereum type levels. That's really optimistic, and that's crazy. But I would say, you know, I think that we'll see 0.3 to 0.5 Bitcoin to Ethereum ratio over the next cycle, which is crazy. You know, call me crazy, but I really do think that we could see some stuff like that, and we'll just be repeating this exact same fractal again. And then we'll go through another bear market decline, and we'll just keep doing this for as long as, you know, we need to, I guess, until pure adoption takes place. But yeah, guys, this is the video I had for you. I really do think you guys will find a lot of value in paying attention to these cryptos, you know, watching my old videos, because, you know, we've talked about this type of stuff a lot, and we're starting to see all of this come to fruition. And it's really exciting that you guys are actually here making money with me. So quickly, let's actually talk about how you guys can sign up for the video course in Signals, because if you guys like my analysis, you're really going to love to sign up for my private chat rooms in Discord, whether you're signing up for my video course or whether you're signing up for my Signals. You know, the video course, and what I really tell people all the time when they get into these markets is always, when you get into these, you're either going to pay the market fee, which is losses, or you're going to pay in education. And for me, I paid in market fee and in education. I lost about $50,000 before I was ever able to actually profit in these markets. Obviously, that wasn't all at once in one trade, but it was just accumulation. I would just make a bunch of money, and then I'd take a bunch of bad trades and lose it all back. And I just repeat this cycle over and over again until it literally added up to over $50,000 that I had lost. That I was still at break even, but, you know, I had nothing to show for it besides the fact that I lost 50 grand. And so I really dedicated a lot of time to paying for courses, paying for mentorship, to teach me all of the skills that I know. And I'm actually going to be teaching them to you guys, all of the most important ones that all of my mentors have taught me. I'm going to be teaching them to you inside of this 20-part video series. And I'm going to be adding more videos down the line. I want to make it about 40 total. And so you guys are going to find a ton of value. It's going to go into Fibonacci, trend lines, support and resistance, how to make a trading plan, risk management, and just all of those type of things that are going to help you guys get profitable today. And so that is $1,000. And then I also offer the video, and then I also offer the Signals. Now, for you guys that would rather just copy my long-term portfolio and all the trades that I take, that's actually where the Signals are going to be for you. I post all of the trades that I take, and then I also give you guys access to my long-term portfolio, where 80% of all of the investments that I hold are in. And so you guys will immediately get access to that, and then we can take, or if you want to go all in on the long-term stuff and you don't want to try and swing trade stuff, you don't have to. But I also take 20% of my portfolio that I have left over for short-term swing trading. And so it's a really good way for you guys to make these profits. You know, we've been accumulating all of this stuff since 2019, even a little bit before that, and we're in a lot of profit now. And so if you guys join the group, you guys are going to count on sound perspective and analysis on the market. I'm going to go deeply into placing entries, exits, and a stop loss, and then I'm going to just update you guys with all of the trades that I take. So if this is interesting to you guys, all you guys got to do to join is click in the description of this video, and there you're going to find the invitation link to my Discord. Now, once you guys have access to the Discord server, just shoot me a message or shoot any of the 6 moderators a message inside of there, and we will be here to help you guys get started on the right path today. Feel free to also, in the description of this video, you're also going to find my email and Facebook, so you guys can reach out on all of those fronts. Feel free to reach out if you guys are interested, and I will be here to help you guys get started today. Thank you all so much for the support. Let's get these profits. The market has never looked better, and I'm so thankful to have you guys here. As always, peace out.